SB Barber, and we are here on the streets of downtown Minneapolis. Wow, it's the I almost said the humor, but the humidity is high, but it's worth it to bring this message to you. Stop Bullying Now movement, Forum 2 at the Capri Theater, August 27th. What does that mean? You're going to hear from panelists from throughout the Twin Cities metropolitan area, playwrights, authors, politicians, media personalities, parent advocates, you know what, everyday folks, talking about what does bullying look like. Could it be you? What do we want to say to the victim and the bullier? We don't want to lose either one. Well, coming right up, which is a little bit different, we're going to take the roof off of the Capri Theater, and for non-stop 3 hours, 3 50-minute hip-hop sets. That's right. Young people, we want you out here. Young people, let some other folks know. Come on, stand in that line. Pack that 250-seat theater out. Non-stop hip-hop music, beginning at 7 o'clock, 50 minutes, 8 o'clock p.m., 50 minutes, 9 o'clock p.m., 50 minutes, and then right afterwards, there will be time with the artist. That's our VIP time, and you'll have an opportunity to meet and greet them, take photos with them, talk to them, and find out if you really knew them, what it really means to be a bullier or to have been bullied. And then after that, you may have an opportunity to be our VIP guest at our private party. We won't tell you where it's going to be at yet, but in the downtown area. And you young people are having an opportunity from 11 o'clock on until the wee hours of the morning to get your music on. Let me tell you who some of those artists are that are supporting this movement. And I'll tell you, every time we ring the bell and say, come out of the rings ready to rumble, they come to the table with us, starting out with Eddie Kane. That's E-D-I-E, Eddie K. And then there's Soul Lyric. And then there's Diesel, Baby X. We've got Yacht Man. And we also have Jamar Esau is going to be at Stop Bullying Now movement. Now, some of these artists will be at the Forum at the Capri from 4 to 6 to give you a taste of their music and supporting the message of Stop Bullying Now movement from 4 to 6 p.m. But the non-stop concert, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., you don't want to miss this. Come on, get in that line. A total of $6. Okay, here we go again. That roster of individuals. G. Shep, Yacht Man, Soul Lyric, Diesel, Eddie Kane, Baltimore, and you know what, the list goes on and on. It'll be at least over 6 to 9 hip-hop artists that you're going to be hearing from. Well, you heard some contemporary traditional gospel music artists, Jamar Esau. Then there's, you know, there are artists from around the Twin Cities that will be joining us, and you're just going to have to be there and hang with us. Hats off to these artists. Jamar Esau has his latest release, and they're going to be sharing their music. You get an opportunity to buy their music. We want you walking down the streets, bobbing your head, and folks saying, what is going on, and follow you to the Capri Theater. Come on out. August 27th, beginning at 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock, the Stop Bullying Now movement Forum Series 2. And then right after that, non-stop hip-hop music, starting at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Stay with us for the VIP roundtable with our artists, and then follow us downtown to a soon-to-be disclosed location for our VIP after party. That's right, 11 o'clock until wee hours of the morning. But that's what we've got for you, GMNLive.com. Stop Bullying Now movement. I'm SB Barber, and I am with GMNLive.com TV and radio. Okay. Stop Bullying Now movement.
Oh, okay.
That's right. And so what we're doing is taking it to the street. We want to hear from you. You're on the streets. You know what's going on, and we want to hear the pulse of the street.
Okay.
What's bullying all about? And would you be willing to identify who you are?
Well, my name is Jonathan. I'm also known as Face out here in the streets, so I am a representative of the streets. I mean, bullying is pretty much someone taking advantage of somebody, or, or like kind of like somebody's weak or whatever, and you know, because they can have that advantage of that weakness, you know, they constantly push and shove that person, and if they feel they're not going to do anything, then they're going to take full advantage, rob them, or, you know, just pretty much taking advantage.
All right, how do we make our zones a little bit safer? I'm talking to the bystander now.
Oh, well, that is to get the community together. Yeah, you can't, like, you know, it's a lot of violence happening because of the economy, because of, you know, the lack of resources. So those are the type of the things that kind of like calms the bullying down. Like, everybody's one for money. Like, just on the bus, a little kid, like 10 years old, just stole somebody's iPhone and ran, you know. So, you know, that's the type of things that we go through in the community, and everybody need to, as long as like everybody come together, like how it was like back in the 70s and the 80s when the communities were still together, then that's kind of like when you like eliminate the, I guess, the problems, I feel.
All right. When you think about the music industry and even the media,
Yeah.
how can we, shall we say, embrace them, engage them to join us in making the statement against, in other words, Stop Bullying Now movement?
That's a hard question to answer. Like how to get the media involved?
Yes. How can the media be involved?
Well, the media can be involved by coming to the city. I mean, as far as what we know, you know, everything happens in like Los Angeles or New York. I mean, if the media was more involved with the people, then I think that would help more, like more so in the city. Like, for example, Minneapolis, the media is involved in Minneapolis. But I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and the media is not involved there. You know, yeah, 7 Mile. But as far as like Chicago, I don't think that really the media is there, like in inner city. Everybody runs away from the city and makes money off the city and have these videos, and, you know, they got the image of the hat and the clothes, and we're the ones that actually really ran it. There's a lot of people out there who is in the rap industry, in the artist industry, and they put these clothes on, and when you see these people, they're nothing like what they're portraying. So we are the real representatives. C.D. Wayne, he's a real representative, you know.
But when it relates to our young people that are being bullied, to the point where many of them are taking their lives, or they don't feel that it's safe for them, they can't say anything as far as people picking on them because they're different, etc. What can you say to them?
Yeah, well, bullying, I believe bullying is something hard to stop. That's kind of like trying to stop terrorism. You know, because it's all on that individual, how that person grows up. Like, I'm taking a psychology class right now, and I'm learning a lot. So the bullying has a lot to do with that individual and that person not taking up for themselves. Like, nobody can bully me. It can be 5, 6 people, and I'm going to stand up for myself. And depending on how much heart you have, they're not going to try to engage. So it's also about teaching people to be tough, too. You know, so you got to have a balance of, you know, both. You got to pretty much stand up for yourself. You know, you got to say, hey, I'm not going to allow you to bully me, you know? Hey, I want that. No, you know, you got to...
Tell a young person how to handle that. Tell them what to say.
Well, to handle the bully situation, you have to stand up for yourself. And you also have to say no. It's also good to have connection with the neighborhood so people can know you, because, like, being here, I've been here for 3 years, and I don't have those problems. I've had one issue where a group of people try to bully me, and it hasn't happened again. All
right, you heard it right here, GMNLive.com, and we're right on the streets of the Twin Cities, downtown 7th Street,
yes,
and
7th
Nicollet,
Street.
Minneapolis.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk with some other individuals.
All right.
It's live on the streets today. You know what, on a Friday is a good time to be in the Twin Cities. You hear it all here. And we didn't want to allow it to just be in the auditorium or in the theater for the Stop Bullying Forum 2 that's coming up August 27th. We wanted to take it to the streets and let you hear for yourself. And you know what? Take this information. Everybody has an opinion. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree. But the reality of it, everybody has a voice. And so we're taking our voices back. SB Barber, GMNLive.com, TV and radio, and as we usually do, take it to the streets. Stop Bullying Now. Forum 2 series coming up at the Capri Theater August 27th. Well, we decided to take the camera to the streets and talk to people, all different perspectives of, what do you think about bullying? Tell us who you are.
My name is Vashawn Jordan. I reside over in North Minneapolis. And, well, what I think about bullying, really, I don't really see too much of it in my time. But when I used to see it when I was in high school, it was just it mainly affects the like the people, the victims, like personality. It hurts them, their self-esteem and everything, and it makes them personally not want to go to school, I guess.
Wow, you're really touching on some things right here. A lot of the kids come home from school and they've not eaten because they've been bullied over their lunch. I know it sounds so insignificant, but the reality is, what can you say to the bystanders, those of us who see it happening, and we're not saying anything?
Well, I think that we need to take a much bigger role on this. Can't just continue to just sit around and just let it happen. Parents, each other's peers, everybody who's just sitting around, and besides the victims, they just need to just speak out against it, I guess.
So the victim has a responsibility also. Is that correct?
Well, I believe so. It should be up to them to first say something about it if they don't, and if they are, and nobody's listening, then they just gotta put their foot down some way or the other.
All right. How do we make a difference?
Biggest thing to do, I'll just speak up for it and stop letting it happen.
Thank you. GMNLive.com TV. We're here on the streets, and now we're standing in front of the Hennepin County Central Library. We got some brainiacs that have something to say. Thank you. I'm SB Barber, GMNLive.com TV and radio, and we're on the streets right here in Minneapolis, downtown Minneapolis, and it is humid. All right, we're in the thick of it all. We're standing outside of the Minneapolis Hennepin County Library. Central Library, and so we've got some bookworms, some brainiacs, and some all kind of folks coming in and out of here, but we want to hear perspectives and opinions from individuals. What does bullying look like? What does it mean to them? And I have standing with me
Maurice.
Maurice, give us a perspective, very brief, about bullying.
Well, I think I look at bullying as you trying to take from someone that you don't think that they can stick up for themselves, you feel me? That's basically basically lame, but trying to find a name up in a certain kind of neighborhood. So basically you're trying to, take for somebody that you don't think that they can stick up for themselves, or you're just trying to, build your name around the certain kind of block or the certain kind of neighborhood to be the bigger and better person that you really see you ain't, but you're trying to be hard to try to build homies in the right, in the right neighborhood, but in the wrong spot. So that's my perspective about being a bully, basically.
All right, so you're talking to the victim and the victimizer that's in the streets. So you're talking strictly to the streets. All right, what do we say to the bystander who actually sees bullying going on?
I say, man, just hold your head up. Keep your strength up, man. Do what you got to do to survive. Real talk. If they ain't gonna hit you, if they don't hit you, walk away. But if they do hit you or do what you got to do, find a better way to self-defend yourself. And God will always be with you.
Thank you for that courage. We're right here at GMNLive.com, taking it to the streets, taking the walls off of the issue, the subject, the matter, the incident. Stop Bullying Now movement. Meet us at the Capri Theater August 27th from 4 to 6 p.m. for our second Stop Bullying Now movement forum. Join panelists consisting of publishers, authors, media personalities, music industry, as well as those individuals who are parents that have something to say and that are willing to make a difference. And then coming up right after the 4 to 6 forum, there will be nonstop hip-hop music. 3 sets, non-stop, taking the roof off of the Capri Theater. Set number 1, 7 o'clock p.m. Set number 2, 8 o'clock p.m. Set number 3, 9 o'clock p.m. And then right afterwards, our hip-hop artists will spend time with those in the audience who have been selected to hobnob with these individuals and to get to know them better, if you really knew me. And then later on, 11 o'clock, that's right, 11 o'clock until the wee hours of the morning, the after party. And that's a private VIP after party. We'll be telling you about that disclosed location. Stop Bullying Now movement. It's coming at you at the Capri Theater, August 27th. 4th Street, Hennepin, Minneapolis Central Library. Brainiacs, bookworms are coming out of here. So we're going to hear a different perspective. Stop Bullying Now movement. And we have a series of forums at the Capri Theater coming up August 27th. Want to know from your perspective, what does a bully look like? Have you been there, done that? Are you wearing the T-shirt underneath the Minnesota University T-shirt?
They're big, tough, don't really care about other people's feelings, so no. I've dealt with bullies in the past, but now that I'm done with
down
school.
for me when you say dealt with.
Just being unpopular in like middle school and high school and stuff, and then once you finally get out of that environment, then people seem to be a lot more nice.
How did that feel?
Pretty bad. It's like, I don't know, you can't really talk to anyone about it because then you'd be a tattletale, so yeah.
Keywords, buzzwords, tattletale, snitch, you know, break it down. But on the other hand, you need to feel safe. How do we make you feel safe?
Just having people to talk to, like guidance counselors or friends and stuff like that. You gotta have like your own group of people to be there for you, you know.
If someone had been there for you, what might have been a little bit different for you now? Because you're still standing.
Yeah.
How has it really affected you?
I think I'd have more confidence, higher self-esteem, you know. That definitely affects you day to day. Yeah.
All right. Did we get your name?
Abigail.
Abigail, I want to say hats off to you and thank you. Today you took your power back.
Okay.
Stop bullying here right now. Stop Bullying Now Forum series coming up at the Capri Theater, and we're right outside Hennepin Central Library taking it to the street. August 27th, join us there. Thank you, Abigail.
Reach the streets, we're gonna tell them. We're not stopping. We're gonna reach the streets, we're gonna tell them. We're not stopping. We're gonna reach the streets, we're gonna tell them. We're not stopping. We're gonna reach the streets, we're gonna tell them. We're not stopping. We're gonna reach the streets, we're gonna